Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's been quite some time. This is supposed to be like last week, but I'm a little bit lazy. I started doing something with I9 Sports, so I'll be not wasting my Saturdays. I'll be helping out each and every Saturday, um, doing stuff for I9 Sports, helping kids out, play some sports. So, I'm in the sports world still in some capacity. So, um, yeah. So things in the PLL right now. I have not watched much PLL. Watched a few games, highlights. I should be watching highlights right now, but I've been kind of lazy on doing that. But we have a balanced first part of the season, which is always good. That's what you want to see. Philadelphia leading the pack in the East, and California leading the pack out in the West right now. There's been some crazy stuff going on, like Blaze Reardon having a 25 save performance. The crazy, the crazy shots that have been, just been like, wow. Marcus Holman, huge game winner, a few weeks ago. I mean, there's so much going on in the PLL right now that it's crazy. Jeff T has been kind of, he's still, like top 10 as far as player stats go. But I mean, at the same time, people have been locking him up. It's crazy. I don't know. Now, look, I don't know. We got a few interesting couple weeks coming up before the All-Star break. Uh, not too much has been happening. The games have been pretty good. Again, things have been very, very balanced, which is crazy to me. Crazy stuff. You know. Where do I begin? Like, Michael Sowers has 14 assists this year to start the season through 3 games. 14. You know what I'm saying? Trevor Baptiste doesn't lead the league, in faceoffs at the moment. That's Jake Bernhardt, And again, Maryland, was, Saturday. I want to talk about Saturday for real quick. Like Saturday, like, whoa. New York was, beating the brakes off of Maryland to start, some, behind the back goals and stuff like that. That, the guys were like, wow, man. I don't know. So, like New York was up, and then Maryland came back and won that game. Man. I don't know. We're again, we all know the top 6 make it in the PL playoffs, but I mean, it's like at the same time, like, did you expect California to be leading the West, 2-1, and the moves they made this offseason, were really good. Again, a lot of guys retired. A lot of guys are in Canada playing MSL or WLA, which, again, we all know I'm not covering no more. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I don't think I expected Carolina to be 1-2 like that. I don't think I expected Utah to even be 2-1. But I mean, hey, they're 2-1. Like, everybody has a loss. It's a very balanced start. Like, very balanced start to the season. And again, that 25 save performance by Blaze Reardon was just incredible, bro. Incredible. Some guys like RP3, like I'm like, man, you're doing this now. Y'all been doing this. It's crazy. And the WLL All-Star Game draft happened, which I forgot to talk about at some point. I don't care for All-Star games. The PLL All-Star Game, stuff is about to start up. Like the All-Star picks for the first couple weeks of the season. Again, only got 10 weeks now. We only got 10 weeks, which again, I'm still kind of mad that we can't move these playoffs up a little bit. We can move these up. They just the Rebels just choose not to do that and try to appease the ESPN just to get the ABC slots on a Sunday, which I mean that's fine. We could have a Sunday championship, but I would rather it be on a Sunday when there's nothing on. Like prime example. August 31st, we got college volleyball, and then I bet you there'll be like Little League World Series, which that could have been the day we had the championship that day. We could have had the championship on August 31st instead, but no, we don't want to do that. I'm complaining about the wrong things right now, but you get what I mean. And the summer continues. We have 3 games on broadcast this week. One on ESPN, one on ESPN2, and then one on ABC on Sunday, which, probably not gonna I'm not gonna be there for that. Probably not. I'll be watching. It'll be Utah Denver, which will be a big game in the West, big decider out west to help kind of smooth things out. And then after that, it'll be Philly, California, 2 of the top teams in the league the Saturday after that, which will be like a 5 p.m. start on ESPN. And then, All-Star Weekend will be the weekend after that. And then I'll talk to you again during that. So, or maybe, a little bit after that. I don't know. I think I'm going to go past All-Star Week and maybe talk a little bit, I don't know. We'll see. But in any case, glad you stuck around for a little bit. I don't really have too much to say. Again, I've been amazed by the lacrosse that I have seen so far this summer. It's just been beautiful. Ratings have been kind of attendance has been kind of pretty good, to kind of mid like usually is. But some places have been good so far. And some places have not been, but that's just the way it is, with all the youth tournaments and stuff like that going on, which I don't care for at all. I do not care for youth tournaments. That's just because it's me, I don't have anything else to say. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. What are your thoughts on the PLL season so far? It's been, what do y'all have to say? Like, come on. Don't tell me it's like, oh, well, the rookies aren't rookieing. Brendan O'Neill and company and guys like, guys like that, they are doing their thing. They're doing their thing so far. Like, well, shut up. Like Brendan O'Neill leads the league in shots. Take it so far. That's how you know. Pat Cavanaugh leads the league in touches. That's how you know. The young guys are young guying. They are doing their thing so far. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, I'm going to get on up out of here, and we'll talk this weekend into football tomorrow, honestly, because, yeah, you need to do that. It's a lot to talk about.